Place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on. Stop!
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzin', what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot hair.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it.
Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Yo, sup? Sup, dog? Welcome to the show, guys. It's Revenge of the Sis, and it's show boys. We're here. We're queer.
I was coughing. Sorry.
Yeah, we know. I was, trying to play it down.
Okay, don't. I will not lie to these idiots. They're dumb enough as it is, Mersh. The last thing they need to do is to be lied to.
They can hear you.
I know they're too stupid to remember. Mersh, I saw a fucking Goldfish beat Elden Ring the other day. So honestly, I mean, I'm really underwhelmed by our fan base, okay? Because I can't even beat Elden Ring, and I'm not a Goldfish, so...
Are you sure it wasn't just Elon Musk faking it again?
Did you see that video, dude? Some guy had a gold, like the speedrun guy, dude, got a Goldfish, right? And then he tracked, like he made like a grid with like some software to track where the Goldfish is, and that would do little key inputs. He beat
he's been doing it for years.
He beat Radon.
Okay, but then the fucking Goldfish didn't beat the game.
Yeah, it did.
He did.
The guy programmed a thing.
The by the way, Tortellini's the Goldfish name. Tortellini did beat the game. Oh, by the way, it was funny. It was funny though. Somebody was like, people in the comments were, because when he beat a boss, people in the comments, oh, he's actually using OP armor and blah blah blah. He's like, it's a fish. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
I want to go in there now. I want to go in there now and be the buzzkill and leave the comment of, by the way, guys, fun fact, that Goldfish is probably dead by now.
Oh, come on, man.
He's definitely dead by now. If it's 5 minutes after the video was uploaded.
They literally, there's always a buzzkill like on cat videos that do the same thing. When it's a cat video that's like 15 years old, there's always some guy in the comments that's like, sad to think, but this cat's dead by now. And everybody's like, why?
Why are you like it?
Why do you need to do that? Why can't you just watch the cute cat vid? And before your brain realizes it's such an old video, you just move on. You don't think about it.
Yeah, no, that's how Virgie is when he makes his kids watch Homeward Bound. He's like, those dogs are all dead.
Yeah.
Look at me. Yeah. They're dead.
No, he watches Milo and Otis with his kids, and he goes, you know, the Japanese actually made this movie, and a lot of animals died.
It doesn't matter if Chance got there in the end. He's dead now. That's what Virgie does. And then he says, good night, and he turns the lights off. That's what he does.
No, even worse, he leaves them on.
Yeah, he leaves the lights on so the kids can't sleep.
Bright lights.
My favorite is reminding everybody the dog from Fallout is dead.
Yeah, obviously.
That's not nice.
It's yeah, death isn't cool, I guess, or whatever.
Dog meat? Yeah.
Yeah, dog meat's dead.
How is dog meat dead?
The dog they modeled her off of.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I guess.
No, yeah. That dog's long gone.
And bro,
I thought you meant the character. I was like, I thought in Kanan it could die or could not die.
Yeah.
Go look up that dog. It is like, dude, that's like where 70% of their budget went. That dog looks exactly like the fucking real dog. It's wild.
All right, let's move on.
Guys, grow up.
Elections, and now we have to get back down to work and start moving.
Carney is the new what do you guys have, a prime minister, a chancellor? What do you guys call yourselves over there, Pessy? What's your leader called? Okay. So
thank you, Pessy.
Thank you, Pessy. Much appreciated. He's probably running back right now to go scream something. Pessy's either in the bathroom or playing a video game.
Moving forward.
Or playing a video game in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. I think the leader of Canada is called the Supreme Poobah.
No, I don't think so.
And get big national infrastructure projects done. We need that one review that when it comes to assessments, we need to make sure we continue moving forward, getting critical minerals out of the ground, getting them refined right here in Ontario. That's what our focus is, as well as our.
Pessy?
I said this fuckface. So can I? Okay, so I know Alex Jones has been on one lately, but there's one thing that he's been going off about actually today, which I actually do agree with him, and that is that because of Trump's trolling, Mark Carney, who is a World Economic Forum fucking money guy,
a cool guy,
was able to pose as a nationalist.
He used to be in the central bank.
Yeah, he was able to pose as a nationalist to gain favor. Mm-hmm. And now that he's in power, oh boy.
Well,
good luck.
Carney is in the name, so I don't know what you expect.
Yeah.
Energy projects. So there's a wide range of items that we have to focus on. But I can tell you one thing, it's not business as usual. That's not going to cut it. We have to make sure that we move fast.
Guys, come on, man. Look, we all just have to sit here and like every time like Canada talks or anyone from Canada talks in power, it's like being on a date and like you're listening, you don't care what she's saying, but you listen to it because you play the game, right? You play the game that you actually care that she works for over here. You play the game and you actually go, oh wow, what shows do you watch? You don't really care about that. Canada, we're letting you pretend you're like a real country, a real place, and that's fine. We've always
It's got to
been fine.
stop though.
No, but here's my point, Mersh. We were always fine with it when they were polite, and like the Mounties and the syrup were like, Canadians, they're kind of funny. But now they're just a bunch of Indians and this guy. And then like, no, shut up. We're done now. We're not going to pretend that you're anywhere near our level, okay? Basically, when we go meet you, it's like when those MMA fighters do those charity things and they let the Down syndrome guy beat them because it's his dream. That's what you are, Ford. You're the Down syndrome guy, okay? You're the Down syndrome guy, and we're Chuck Liddell. You're not winning. We're just making it look like you are. Just shut up. Just shut up, please. Stop, okay?
Immediate, or if not, President Trump is going to eat our lunch. That's what it comes down to.
Looks like you already ate all your lunch and then somebody else's lunch, Mr. Ford. So let's not talk about eating lunch. Guy who should be played by John Goodman in a movie.
And the guy whose lunch he ate, he then turned that guy upside down and shook out the rest of his lunch money.
Right, so they could get a snack later.
Because this guy's a cartoon bully.
Can I read something for you guys?
Sure.
Several U.S. states have economies larger than Canada's. California has the largest economy, surpassing Canada's GDP. Texas also has a significant economy comparable to Italy's, which is larger than Canada's. Italy is bigger than you, Canada. New York's economy is similar to Canada's, but slightly larger. Florida's economy is comparable to Spain's, which is also larger than Canada.
Wait, Virgie, are you saying this guy doesn't know what he's talking about?
No.
Yeah, literally.
No shit.
Like 10, 11 states have bigger economies than the entirety of Canada.
Yeah, doesn't California have a bigger economy than Canada?
They just said California,
Oh,
Florida,
California,
Texas.
The federal Tories should be working with the liberals on those kinds of things so they don't have to make deals with the separatists.
Okay, I don't really care anymore about this.
Enough about Canada. These fucking losers.
Well, no, one more thing. We do have to do one more thing.
We're going to now talk about what's happening in the north, which is voters are headed to the polls in Canada. Canada is preparing to...
Bro, her face is getting like really weird, dude. Like she never was good looking, obviously, but now that she's getting older and doing work, like...
She's looking rough.
Well, women like her, like waspy women, when they start doing work, they all start kind of looking like Pelosi. You know what I mean? Like that.
It almost looks like they get work done and then the cuts never heal.
They look like the Mummy animatronic, but from the ride in Universal. Like it's like skin poorly put on a mannequin.
She looks like you turned the heat up in the room where her wax figure was.
Yes, exactly. She looks like a melting wax figure. I don't even know what she's about to talk about, but we got to stop. Ladies,
like the AC broke at Madame Tussauds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. In the Sopranos wing.
It's next. Prime Minister and the President of the United States.
That's not Nurse Jackie.
Nurse that's such a specifically shitty thing to say because that's when Edie Falco looked bad.
Yeah, it's also when she tried to do her own thing and nobody cared about her stupid show.
No, I said that recently on a Nightwave though. I was like, damn, this bitch came out looking like Carmela Soprano and ended up looking like Nurse Jackie.
Right?
I had a friend who was like, dude, seriously, you gotta watch Nurse Jackie. I'm like, I'm no.
Why?
I'm sorry. Camilla Soprano with no makeup?
I'm sorry. Can I go even deeper for you? A white nurse? I'm sorry. I don't buy that.
Is it a comedy? It's a dramedy. No, thank you.
Oh, it's a dramedy. Those are my favorite because that means they make a terrible drama and also a terrible comedy.
It's like it's a show about a nurse who's hooked on pills. Oh, so you mean like Dr. House? Well, no, because she's not even a doctor.
No, she's not. She's not.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Fun.
She doesn't get a key to the medicine cabinet.
Yeah, she didn't even go to medical school. So it's a show about a lazier house.
Lazy house.
House with bad grades.
Halfway house.
Halfway house.
Shed.
There it is.
Is taunting them. Quote, good luck to the great people of Canada, President Trump wrote in a Truth Social post.
You have to do it in his voice if you're doing it, you dumb bitch. It doesn't hit hard. If you have to read, in my head, I always read it in his voice.
This morning, adding, quote, elect the man who has the strength and wisdom to cut your taxes in half, increase your military power for free to the highest level in the world, have your car, steel, aluminum, lumber, energy, and all other businesses quadruple in size with zero tariffs or taxes if Canada becomes the cherished 51st state of the United States of America.
All right, so can we look? I've been having fun like taunting Canada, right?
Me too.
But this gag is kind of running its course with me. It's like, are we just gonna keep doing this now? It's kind of like, it was funny at first, but it's not going to happen. So Trump's just coming off like a fucking goober.
I got you.
What the fuck was that?
Can I please show you the reason I want
to play? Beautiful woman, Pessy. Something you wouldn't know anything.
Yeah, buddy. What do you know, dude?
Let's see her.
You ready? Okay.
Let's see her.
Here's the reason. Listen to me.
Pessy's going to leave his girlfriend after this. He's going to be so jealous.
Get ready.
I want that redheaded ham piece.
Hey, guess what, Marie? You better be careful too.
Yeah.
Okay, look. This is the real reason I want to play this story. Forget the Trump, whatever. Please, let's see some interviews.
It's more Donald Trump. I feel like he's.
Canada!
Whoa, Canada. It's like she's a horse. Whoa, Canada. Whoa.
Don't stand on guard on anything, ma'am.
Bully in this situation. We're supposed to be allies. We thought.
Yeah, that's a Canadian voter. Ma'am, you look like a clown.
By the way, so Cameron Chris said, yeah, but all of the gay Canadian F-slurs brought the stupid joke verbatim, and they all voted because of Trump. He fucked these people in the ear. No, they didn't, because that other guy was just as fucking bad, bro. It's the same shit. It's all garbage. There wasn't a good choice.
I mean, there's multiple reasons why this ended up the way it did. Did Trump contribute? Absolutely. But was he like the linchpin? No, probably not.
And also, and hear me out, I know this is going to sound crazy. Who cares?
Yeah, also that.
Who gives a shit? Like, right? Like, who gives a shit?
Friendship.
I don't give a fuck who's in charge in Canada. Why would I give a fuck?
What's the worst that happens? They give us a reason to? You know what I mean?
It's fucking shut up. No one cares.
Please, give me one reason.
Yeah, please.
Give me one reason to be able to privately enlist for a war against Canada.
Yeah.
We're just sick of them. You know, and it's only been 3 months into the term.
Sign up for that war would be fucking everybody.
By the way, all these people that you're interviewing right now, we're going to vote for this asshole anyway.
I'll go fight in the Battle of Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you sure? Because these two they're fighting in the Battle of the Bulge. So,
bro, do you think someone at some point walked over to this woman on the right and tried to fold her up because he thought she was just a big Canadian flag?
She's not.
And they need
Trump, stay out of our election. The only people who will decide the future of Canada are Canadians.
Yeah, this was the other guy.
That's how voting works.
This is the other guy. He also sucked. He ate an apple and everyone pretended he's super base. No, he's not. He's another fucking idiot.
The ballot box.
They were up 25 points at the beginning of the year. The problem for Poilievre is that, he is with Trump on some issues. He talks about the woke institutions and coming out with things like that. He's a younger, sort of a flipper politician. But again, unifying factor that Trump has been, both Mark Carney, now the prime minister and the liberal leader who took over for Trudeau, and Poilievre have proposed, these different details, but using government money to help Canadian industry that Trump is attacking with tariffs and everything like that.
Yeah, I don't care. Give a shit. I don't care.
Yeah, we're really hurting Canadian steel. Shut up.
Yeah, seriously. Did you see Mr. Al Gore on Bill Maher?
No.
We generally have the same view of the Trump administration.
Yeah.
You were in the news this week for invoking Nazis.
Yeah, remember when Al Gore called Trump, called MAGA people Nazis?
Yeah, which time?
Well, I didn't do what J.D. Vance did and call Trump America's Hitler when he did that a few years ago. I think there's a
what he actually said was, I think about Trump a lot, and he could be an asshole just like Nixon, or he could be America's Hitler.
Oh, that's
and I remember thinking, oh, so the good option is that he's just an asshole like Nixon?
Nixon was kind of cool, honestly. If you look back, they fucked him.
Yeah, other than that China stuff.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a big difference in comparing someone to Hitler on the one hand, which I don't do.
You literally wrote about it.
I think that's a big mistake. And I said that in the speech that you're
Lockbox.
referring to. That's a unique form of evil.
I don't know. This guy's an election denier. Remember against Bush? He's an election denier.
You're the original election
Al Gore's
denier.
an election denier. He doesn't believe in democracy.
That should not ever be
this guy, we're supposed to believe this guy invented the internet.
Compared to anything. But we are not living up to our responsibility to our Constitution if we don't remain alert to warning signs that we know from history, not only from the Third Reich, but from a...
You're bringing it up right now.
I'm not saying he's a Nazi. I'm saying that we could learn from the Nazis and treat Trump like a Nazi.
Did you see the Dave Rubin? The very similar thing happened. Did you see the Dave
Buy another
Rubin
baby?
thing? No, well, sort of. Did you see the Dave Rubin, Dave Smith thing? It was fucking hilarious. So Dave, here, hold on. I just got to read this for you because you're gonna laugh. It's kind of related to this. Dave Rubin
Was Dave Smith all like, "Ha ha, I made my own baby"?
That would have. By the way, that's exactly what I would have done if I was him. But Josh
Dave Smith's like, "Ha ha, I put my penis in my wife and made a baby the old-fashioned way."
Somebody tweeted out, this Josh Kaplan guy tweeted out, Pakistan defense minister says military incursion by India is imminent. Dave Rubin quote tweeted that, and he said, have they consulted with any very online comedians about morality yet? Obviously, to shot Dave Smith.
Okay.
Dave Smith goes, am I being insulted as a very online comedian by Dave fucking Rubin? Then Dave Rubin replies, and this is the gayest, like, I hate. This is exactly what Al Gore just did. Dave Rubin goes, who said I was talking about you? Who said I was talking about you? I didn't even know you were a comic.
Well, you know what? First of all, Dave Rubin, neither do a lot of us. But that's no reason to take nothing.
You know,
I thought that would get a laugh.
You know what people forgot though? That Dave Rubin's also was a comedian.
Oh yeah, we've played this before.
And the reason he blocked me is I brought up he's balding in this, and now he has a great hairline. I made fun of his plugs.
Jesus,
That's why
people
he
showed
blocked
up.
me.
I'll be damned. How you doing? Yes,
Oh, no.
how are you? We were a
Oh,
little
no,
nervous
Dave.
because this is above ground, and a lot of times gay people only do things
This
in
was
groups
at the
below ground.
Doomed Comics Comedy Club. I remember Comics. I did a couple shows there. That place was the nicest looking comedy club in Manhattan, and it was state of the art, and it was awesome, and it was the worst run comedy club. Like they had everything every other club didn't have, and it was top of the line, state of the art. And then they would just book they just couldn't get any big acts. It was terrible, bro. They would get the Dave Rubin gay shows.
A whole series of strongman dictators, when they start trying to tell people what to think, when they start trying to expand their power so that they push the Congress around, push the judiciary around, and try to consolidate dictatorship, the first steps on that road are ones that we should see as warning signs.
I know. I just think that when you use the word, I couldn't agree more, but I just think, Nazi is a hard word to use with nuance. So when you bring that word out, I feel like they're the goat of evil.
I would say Mao.
No. And so it just conflates.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But if you look at what I actually said.
If you look at, now I'm backtracking because clearly I put myself in the corner in this, okay? So if you actually look what I said, what I actually meant was.
In that speech, There was a group of German philosophers that went back after the war and conducted a kind of moral autopsy. And they said, one of them said,
Is that the site Candace Owens started?
That the first step on the descent into hell, in that case, was, and I quote, the conversion of all questions of truth into questions of power.
Like you said, for example, like the truth things like you said, that Florida would be underwater by 2012. Basically, Miami wouldn't exist. It would be the lost city of Atlantis.
Trust me, we wish, but it's still there.
All the fake boobs keep it afloat.
They attack
That's
the
what it
distinction between true and false. And when I see and hear over and over again the assertion of complete inaccuracies that Ukraine is responsible for starting
kind of
the war with Russia, there's so many of them. And
that's one. Give me more.
And they keep asserting these.
Give me more. Can we talk about the pandemic, though, also?
Things expecting us to believe that the climate crisis is a hoax. And
it is a hoax. The climate crisis is a hoax. You called your shot like Babe Ruth, but instead you ground it out. Because you were like, oh, Florida's going to be underwater, active volcanoes, fucking.
Yeah, what was it, by 2012?
2012, Florida was supposed to be underwater.
Yeah.
I remember the prediction going like, man, that's going to suck.
Invented.
I remember even back then going, I remember back then when he made that claim, I remember thinking almost like Ghostbusters 2, where it's like, you're not even going to have enough time for the paperback to get out. I mean, wouldn't you want to say like the end of the world's going to come in like, 2025 or like.
Mills cause cancer, that coal is clean. And they try to assert with the force of power their own special version of alternative facts.
Yeah, but I guarantee that the side of the country that voted for Trump, they hear Nazi and they just go, oh, you're calling us Nazis? First of all, it's a bit of a false premise, as bad as they are. And also, it just says to them, well, you just hate us.
But as bad as they are? What does that mean, Bill, as bad as they are?
Oh, it means that he's still playing both sides. So he always comes out on top.
But he's just going to come out on bottom.
Well, he might like it.
Well, speaking of bottoms, no, I'll put Dave Rubin off the screen. Let me see if we got any donations here. Un momento. No, we do not. So that's fun. For all of us. Not for me, though.
It's very fun.
Let's do this.
Well, good evening on this Sunday night. I'm Brian Hackney.
And I'm Andrea Nakano. Oakland teachers could go on strike for the 4th time in the last 6 years.
Okay, hear me out. Instead of going on strike for the 4th time in the last 6 years, have you tried teaching your children? I mean, this is fucking crazy. Hear me out. Hear me out. No. Oakland teachers deserve a raise. Hey, Virgie, do me a favor. Can you tell me the reading level of most children in Oakland? I'm just really, because look, if they're going to strike, right? You know what that means. They're doing such a good job. Such a good job.
They're
Getting underpaid. It has to be. They must be killing it. Their children must be in the top percentile. They must have the most people in Harvard.
After they voted to authorize a one-day strike that would take place on Thursday.
How good are they? Are you laughing because they're blowing everyone else out the water, Virgie? How good are they doing? I need to know. How good?
20% of black students can read.
Okay, well done.
Only 23% of Hispanic students can read.
Shut up. Back up. Only 20% can read?
Can read.
At all? Or like at a level?
At all. Like at all. Like could be considered literate.
Where are you getting these stats from? I need to know.
This one is from the Oakland Literacy Coalition.
Hold on, sorry. Okay, so it's probably even on their side.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Read the stats. I'm blown away by the. I want you before we play the story. Let's set a ground rule to see how good these teachers are doing. Okay, go ahead.
20% of black students can read.
Can't
23%
read.
of Hispanic. No, can.
So I'm sorry.
Can.
80% of black students cannot read in Oakland.
They would not be considered literate. They might be able to tell you about like the Cat in the Hat or like who sat on Pop, but like
I get what you're saying, right? But books are stupid.
They're gay. Books are gay.
Yeah, books are gay. We have iPads now. 23% of Hispanic students can read.
Can read?
Yes.
Okay.
76% of white students can read.
Nice.
I'd also like to point out that 23% of white kids are, in fact, retarded autists.
Okay, cool. So now, now that we know, let's see what they deserve. And what they deserve, I don't think is monetary, to be honest with you. And also can't say what I think they deserve on YouTube. But let's keep.
Oh no.
Hold on, really quick. Additionally, the data from FIA's Unspoken Pandemic Report shows that just 2 out of 10 Black and brown students in Oakland public schools can read at grade level.
Cool. That's cool. That's cool.
That's neat.
That's good. That's probably good. Fucking
dude, that's
Christ.
terrifying.
That is insane to me.
Future leaders, dog.
Oh my god.
You know, I've always said, like, too, when I meet people that can't read, or you hear stories of adults that can't read, right? That scares the shit out of me. Just the concept of not being able to read scares the shit out of me.
Remember the story that we played of that girl who basically got into college not being able to read?
Yes.
Like, that's
yes. She like
crazy.
graduated high
Philly.
school or something.
Philly,
and it was like, really?
May 1st.
Comes at a tumultuous.
Well, let's see what they deserve.
It was time for the district on a number of fronts. The union says the district leadership isn't being transparent about finances, making up a budget crisis to justify laying off teachers.
Well, if only 20% of black kids are reading, then it feels like we only need 20% of the teachers.
Yeah, and probably not even that.
Dahlin was in Oakland today and has the latest on the growing discord in the district.
You think they call it Brokeland? I would. I would call it Brokeland.
Roughly 30.
Frozen, is that you?
4,000 students attend Oakland.
Look, I get it, okay? Things are rough in Oakland, but on the bright side, right? I mean, you know, what? At least you guys still have a football team, right?
Oh, no. They don't.
Shit, that sucks. Well, they still got a baseball team, though, so that's... I mean, what happened?
They moved to a much cooler town.
Vegas just keeps taking everything from Oakland. Vegas is eventually going to start claiming Tupac, too.
He was there. Well, okay, where did he get shot?
That is true.
Where did Tupac get shot?
Could you imagine if Vegas starts claiming Tupac after they killed him?
I went to the spot where he was shot.
Yeah.
It was very funny because there was like all these like people leaving flowers and all this, and then there was also like the occasional like scribbling of like BIG was better.
Well, I mean,
or something.
He was.
I'm
kidding. I think Tupac was
He was not better.
I think Tupac was
better. Biggie was better.
I think Biggie was fatter.
Yeah, Biggie was better. Sorry.
Biggie wasn't better. He had fucking 2 albums.
Girl,
yeah, I know. Before he died.
With my sleep apnea.
His sleep apnea was better than fucking Tupac. Tupac was a gay
Okay,
dude.
you're wrong. Okay, yes,
No. Biggie
First off,
better.
Biggie's producer was a gay dude. Everyone's gay in rap, so that's not even fair. They're all gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Biggie hung out with Diddy.
Yeah. Oh, you know who's the OG Diddy party guy? Fucking Biggie. So they're all gay.
Yeah, I know, dude. He had great ideas. I heard Biggie was the guy who came up with that egg thing.
He literally, listen, Biggie's great line was, girls pee-pee when they see me. I mean, out of fear that you might sit on them? I don't even get it. No.
At least Tupac beat up gay people because they made him think of the gayness inside of him.
That's right.
He handled it like a man.
Same reason not many people want Mark Wahlberg beats up Asian guys because they actually have bigger penises than him. It was a prosthetic in Boogie Nights, folks.
Aww.
Yeah.
Schools. Parents say while the one-day strike would be a big...
What are we talking about?
How Biggie was better than Tupac.
No. We're not talking. Shut the fuck up, Virgie. Bitch.
Bro, I'm from New York, and I don't even think that. I'm a Biggie fan, and I don't even think
You're a New York traitor. Your fucking opinion doesn't fucking count.
Okay, Virginia people don't even exist. Okay, so
yeah,
shut
that's
the
true.
fuck up.
You guys don't count at all.
You don't count at all.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
sorry. Oh, guys, sorry. Virginia, hold on. Shut up. Virginia, who do they have? Clips? Shut the fuck up. Who do you have? You
I
have
don't know.
fucking Clips, Pharrell.
Yeah. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of people from
Thomas
Virginia
Jefferson?
Beach. Call me when you got some fucking Baltimore hitters with you.
Yeah, fucking get the fuck out of here, Virginia. The fuck out of here. Even Miami have fucking Trick Daddy, Uncle Luke. Who do you guys have? The CIA? Fuck off.
We literally used to fuck our slaves. That's the most gangsta shit you can do.
Everybody fucked their slaves, Virgie.
You have Clips, and you have that Asian guy that used to hang out with Pharrell.
Imagine having an entire field of fleshlights and not using them. What is wrong with you, Virgie? Think.
Having a
Virgie.
field of flashlights.
Also, Virgie, when are you going to learn you can't be raw dogging slaves and wanting less of them in your country?
Yeah,
you
pick
can't
up-
have both.
my God.
Hey,
Yeah.
fucking
Thomas
God.
Jefferson learned that the hard way.
I'm sorry. I can see this entire argument at fucking Field of Fleshlights. That's like one of the funniest fucking.
Yeah, fuck off.
Okay,
All right.
you win.
Okay, sorry. Let's keep playing. What are we talking? Oh, schools in Oakland. Or Brooklyn, as I made up.
Disruption, many support their teachers. For OUSD parent Rachel Kennan, it's a feeling of not again.
OUSD should be ashamed of.
I'm not ashamed. You should be ashamed to live in Oakland.
Yeah, for real. This is your fault. This is on you.
Yeah.
Creating a school environment where kids can't count on school taking place.
So good for them.
My kids have been, they're 6th grader and 9th grader now, and they don't believe that school will be there for them from one week to the next because you never know when there's going to be a strike.
Thursday's work stoppage would be the 4th strike in 6 years. OUSD teachers walked out in 2023.
I love how all these teachers and shit, and there was a nurses one too, where they'll go, "Oh, we teach your children. We're like, our job is like super important. That's why we're not going to do it for 3 weeks."
Yeah.
You can be replaced by a fucking iPad, teachers. Come on.
2022 and 2019.
We need to be able to count on the schools to be open on school days so that we know where our kids are and we don't
So
need
I can
to
get rid of my
interrupt
kids,
Yeah.
and I don't have to deal with them all day.
I don't really have a job, but I do happy hour at Margaritaville, so...
jobs. We don't need to change our lives around when our kids should be at school learning.
That's right. There's an Oakland Margaritaville.
The Oakland Education Association, or OEA.
Last
says
time
the
I had to pay for a babysitter because fucking this whole strike shit. My kid came back super quiet. So
Yeah.
we need these fucking schools open.
Yeah, seriously.
strike is over unfair labor practices and would fall on May 1st, International Workers' Day. The union accused.
Okay, sorry. Excuse me. The fuck is International Workers' Day?
Oh, it's a commie bullshit.
Oh, it's
yeah.
that sounds like something in Soviet Russia, right?
Yes.
International Workers' Day.
We have Labor Day already. Get over it.
Yeah. We have Gasparilla, which is International Twerkers' Day. So fuck off.
We have Labor Day, which is National Workers' Day. We only care about American stuff.
Failing to
Labor
provide.
Day, also an invention of communists.
Yes. But who gives a fuck? We get a day off.
I don't care. I mean, I like barbecue.
Nice tree day weekend, you know?
Barbecue's nice.
Only communists would celebrate Labor Day by not working.
That's a good point. Very ironic holiday.
Yeah, say that now until fucking there's no ROTC on Labor Day, so shut the fuck up.
It won't be, so shut up.
Yeah, so shut up.
Yeah, fucking we're commies on Labor Day.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it might be a commie holiday, but there's nothing more American than bookending the summer with 2 3-day weekends.
Yeah, seriously, on Labor Day, you go ahead and morph me into Fidel Castro for all I care.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't working.
Royce is gonna dress like Fidel.
Yeah,
Castro. You
dude,
should do that.
I
Desi.
will.
You
I will.
You should find something that like looks like Fidel but is appropriate for a pool.
Yes. Oh, fucking no. Listen. End of stage. His Adidas jumpsuit. That's end stage Fidel Castro.
Just get Royce olive green fucking swim trunks and a cigar.
That would be and the hat and the little military hat
And the hat. That's it. Fine, I'm a commie, but just for today.
That's cool. For today,
Tuesday we'll go back to being capitalist.
Yeah, seriously.
Financial information.
And
about
besides,
recent
the other reason we take off on those days is because nobody fucking watches the show.
Nah. Now people
on
are off.
Labor
People
Day or Memorial Day.
are at the beach.
Everybody is literally taking that third day to barbecue or jet ski.
Yeah. Mike Boychan says, I'm in Winnipeg, and the conservative candidate was a rich Jewish landlord who cried anti-Semitism when someone drew her sign. SPLC investigator, true story, Tupac's sister lives in New Orleans and tried to fuck my chubby middle-aged white friend. So, Mersh. Ghosty says, never get a chance to catch live. Just wanted to say, trans women are not a cheat code for women, body, man, brain. They are slightly equally crazy. Anyways, I'm swearing off women and fake women and being gay for purely misogynistic reasons. We have a lot of gay listeners, man. That's kind of weird, right? Nah, it's not.
Budget cuts. The district was facing a multi-million-dollar deficit and issued about 100 layoff notices.
Nice.
The union released a statement on Sunday that reads in part, the district has a legal obligation to provide this information, which is needed to enable educators to understand how proposals would affect teachers.
Yeah, you want to know where the money's being used because now the next thing is to ask for a raise because they're saying there's a budget crisis and that's why they give them a raise.
Of course.
Nope says no grudges held. You are all doing good. Take it easy. That was $5 from someone named Nope. No nation like a donation. Gave $5. Thank you so much. That's his Ko-Fi supporter. Appreciate it.
District and classroom stability and the community we serve. Many parents I talk to say they side with the teachers.
Luckily, my kids are old enough that I can keep them home. I would never cross a strike. I'm not as...
I will. You fucking... This is the exact reason why these fucking teachers are emboldened. I know my teacher's going to be in school. The beginning of this was like, I know my kids are going to be in school. I have no idea where they're going to be. What are we going to do? And then immediately go, okay, so what about the teachers? Oh, no, I would never cross a strike. I'm sorry, but me virtue signaling to teachers in a union and showing what I am politically is more important than my children, obviously. Obviously, me being accepted by the other moms in the Next Door app is absolutely more important to me than my children's
The
future.
Next Door app.
Yeah, that bitch is the Next Door app bitch. I know them when I see them.
Caught up in all of the details, but I do trust our teachers. And
why? You're 20% okay. Sorry.
I don't get it either. It's like, imagine, this is real. Like, teachers have this amazing thing where they just don't have to have any accountability, and we just respect them.
and know that if they're
It's kind of like veterans.
considering doing something as drastic as this, that it is important and something that we should all pay attention to.
School board director Mike Hutchinson says he's confused by the strike, claiming the union has access to all the budget information it's requesting.
All of our budget documents are public information.
Are you retarded?
Yes.
Okay.
He went to Oakland schools.
Oh, that's a good point. I think 20% of the teachers can read. Forget the students.
Yeah, no. I think maybe even lower.
They are publicly posted on our district website as required by law. And so I would just point out that there's been very general claims made, and nobody has been able to say specifically what document they have not been given.
Go Clippers! The strike comes at a time of uncertainty for district leadership. The school board recently voted to remove the superintendent.
It is offensive that we are 4 days away from the strike and there's been no communication about anything. So who
cares?
Supposed to happen on Thursday?
Some parents like Kenan remain critical of the district and are even considering leaving OUSD due to the ongoing instability.
OUSD is shooting itself in the foot. They're doing all of this stuff that's
But you'll never cross the line with the teachers, though.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
but
exactly.
not there. Ma'am,
You're not going to do anything about it, but damn, you're mad.
breaking trust and breaking any support that they might have had with families.
She would rather pick up her family and move to another district than cross the teachers.
USD School Board scheduled a special meeting on Tuesday night to try to work with the union and avert the strike.
OUSD has not responded to our calls for a comment on
Is it because you could tell that you're fat over the phone because of the way you talk? Christ, lady.
Fat over the phone is rough.
Fat over the phone is not great. When you could tell over the phone, not the best. This is funny. I don't know why, but the guy's voice fucked me up on this one. So some chick from the Daily Caller was on C-SPAN, right? So you know how C-SPAN gets callers. We love when C-SPAN gets callers. But this is one where the caller genuinely sounds retarded. And I'm like not making fun of him. I want you to tell me what you think, okay? Here you go.
John is in Plainfield, New Jersey on our line for Democrat.
Hi, ma'am. Why me as an African American to trust conservative media and Donald Trump?
Sounds like Freight Train.
Was that a full sentence?
But doesn't it sound like Freight Train?
Hello, why me Trump? good, bad and bad.
John is in Plainfield, New Jersey, on our line for Democrats. Good morning, John.
Holy shit.
Hi, ma'am. Why me as an African American to trust conservative media and Donald Trump? I just don't think y'all fair.
You teach me to football?
I did.
I just don't think y'all fair, and I personally feel that you want to bring back Jim Crow.
Do you even know what that is, sir?
I don't know. I don't know what in what way. I just want to know where they get this.
He thinks this guy thinks Jim Crow is a terrible soup.
All right. Honestly, look at the chick's face when he says this. I never catch that. I was just listening, but I didn't see their face. Look.
I personally feel that you want to bring back Jim Crow.
That was pretty funny. Like, what?
And why
she looks like a frumpier version of the girlfriend from Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
We trust you. Will you ever do a story in the black community or talk to black leaders?
Who are black leaders? Meteor Man?
Sir, that doesn't sound like English.
That you might not agree with to find some common ground.
You sound like he sounds like slow, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's let Amber respond.
All right, Amber, this is yours.
Amber,
why don't you take this
Amber,
one?
go ahead.
Yes, we absolutely have covered stories in the black community, and
we can't bring Jim Crow back, but Disney's willing to settle with Dark Skinned Duck.
Oh, Dark Skinned Duck is
Dark
good.
Skinned Duck.
Oh, really? I'm more of a fan of Bucktails. Sorry. Economic tailspin. Okay, we're done.
We have covered stories.
Break and enter.
Okay, come on. Don't make Disney cartoons racist. They're already pretty racist on their own.
No, we're bringing it back.
Have you seen the Dumbo Crows?
We absolutely have covered stories.
Well, I see your elephant fly.
The black community, and I would pose a question back to you. What is it about the Daily Caller that makes you think we're trying to bring back Jim Crow? Because, as you can imagine, that's a pretty heavy accusation.
Because of some of your attitudes.
Because Republicans is trying to blueberry steal our pie out the box.
Are you quoting? And then she goes, "Are you quoting an SNL skit? You know that wasn't real, right? That wasn't really Al Sharpton."
As you can imagine, it's
the
a pretty
best
heavy
part of that sketch was what? Oh, over here?
Yeah.
With the cameras. He really was that bad.
the accusation.
Because of some of your attitudes about us.
Like what?
Like what?
Oh, thank you.
Like what?
Thank you.
Royce feels like he's controlling her like a video game.
I know.
Because of some of your attitudes about it.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna. Hey, guys, this is Royce Gamer 69. I'm gonna be speed running the C-SPAN interview. Okay.
Tony Hawk's Pro phone call with retard. Let's go.
Two, actually, that's a better one.
Yeah, it is better.
Yeah,
they fixed the grind. They fixed the balancing when you
right.
grind.
The creator chatter was really good in that one. I really liked it. Yeah.
Because of some of your attitudes about us.
Like what?
And like I think some of the things about DEI.
John, can you give a specific example for
I like this. Even the C-SPAN host is like, "Can you get to the point?"
For Amber?
Like what's going on with the Black History Museum?
Oh, the calls from New Jersey. Oh no, okay.
This dude is like really, really retarded.
Yeah, he's from New Jersey.
He was so excited. He sat on hold for this. He's like, I am going to make such a salient point.
And, by the way, all she had to do was to break him down was say, like what? That's it. That's all.
And he fucking panicked.
Like what?
Merch, this guy thinks salients are a type of canned fish, dude.
No,
like,
that's what they put. That's what they put inside fake boobs, you idiot.
I didn't think he was using the word salient in his head. I'm just saying he thought he had a great point.
I like salient crackers with my chili.
Mm-hmm. I like salient, the fish that come in a can.
Like what?
And like I think some of the things about DEI.
John, can you give a specific example for Amber?
Hey, John, can you stop being a fucking retard and try to engage with us, please?
Hey, John, I got to ask a real question. Are you being for real?
Are you for real,
about DEI.
John, can you give a specific example for Amber?
Like what's going on with the Black History Museum and Trump trying to take it down.
He's never done. I cannot.
What is this, an '80s movie?
No, no.
I'm gonna take down your black museum, and no amount of breakdancing can convince me otherwise.
Oh man, that was in Breaking 3, Back in the Habit.
And other things about black books and other things like that.
What's a black book?
So, John,
source?
The Bibles they give out in jail.
I was gonna say source, and they're not. They're Qurans, dude, in jail.
Trying to take it down, and other things about black books and other things like that.
So, John, the president hasn't said that he's planning to shut down the African American History Museum.
Even the host was like, I don't think that ever happened.
I just want you to know those rumors are going on.
Those rumors are going on. Those rumors are going around, okay?
I was curious with the black people why you don't come and rub my feet.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll explain why. I could actually answer that question. Hey, Mersh.
Why come nobody come by to rub my feet? Soak them in Epsom salts for me.
Can I tell you why? I'll show you. I'll show you actually why. Shall we check on Carnival Cruise Lines?
Oh, no. I'd rather not, but okay.
24 people were banned from Carnival Cruise Lines because they started a fight. They're already off the cruise line. They started a fight at the luggage pickup.
Yeah, I did see this. This was, it wasn't even at the thing. It was at the luggage pickup after the cruise.
Hell yeah, guys. 28 down, 599,972 to go.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Well, guys, 24 times 0.6, which is 3/5, would be 14.4.
Okay, that's not bad. That's okay. Good math. Good
I'm
math.
just saying that without comment.
Mm-hmm.
That's just math.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was the new Carnival Amistad.
Dude, this is crazy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, but dude, Carnival specifically.
Yeah, but cruises are now just on that long list of things that black people are just ruining.
Yeah, well, you would think you would be safe on there because you're on water, but you're not.
Dude, in the last 5 years, black people have become so aquatic that it's been a problem.
Aquatic.
We can't even hide from them in the water anymore, dude. Have you seen Have you seen all the videos of black people destroying rental jet skis?
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
They just rent jet skis and then they just jump them off of fucking piers and shit and just destroy them.
Listen, that sucks, but also that's kind of cool, right? Like, you got to be honest. It is kind of cool, though, right?
Yeah, it's cool when it's yours, when you own it.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But it's not mine either.
Like, if you launched a jet ski that you owned into your fence, I would go, damn, Royce, that was fucking cool. But if you did it to a rental, I would call you an N.
What if I used somebody else's...
Like, what is wrong with you?
What if I got drunk and drove an ATV in a stadium full of people and then crashed it into a barrier?
If you did that, you'd be an asshole. If you were Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin, you get away with it.
Damn it. All right. I have to send
He was so drunk during that.
Bro, he was hammered and he drove. You guys know what we're talking about. Sorry. If you don't watch wrestling, it doesn't matter. Stone Cold came out at WrestleMania.
By the way, the difference between drunk Stone Cold versus drunk Rock, drunk Rock sucks. Drunk Stone Cold rules.
Drunk Stone Cold's also a menace.
Yes.
Drunk Stone Cold came out on an ATV and drove it down to the ramp, and then he went around the thing, and he lost control and crashed it into a barrier. And I think one of the fans got hurt. You saw Nick Khan went out there to check on the fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got a nice...
probably
they got some nice tickets to SummerSlam or something.
Yeah.
The Collin County Sheriff's Office is investigating an alleged doxing of a judge in the deadly Frisco stabbing case. There's been a lot of racial tension on social media since the murder of Austin Metcalf. The 17-year-old suspect, Carmelo Anthony, was released on house arrest with a reduced bond. Investigators are now looking at reports that a judge who reduced that bond was targeted online. Fox 4 Stephen Dial is in studio.
So here's the deal. You can't dox a fucking judge. That's like saying they doxed a senator from Massachusetts.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Fucking, it's retarded.
With more on that, Stephen.
Steve, doxing is when someone publishes a person's private information, like their home address, with malicious intent.
For those who don't know, Batman was a nocturnal hero.
The judge who reduced Carmelo Anthony's bond is now allegedly having that happen to her. Judge Angela Tucker recently reduced bond for 17-year-old murder suspect Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's bond was originally set at $1 million, and Tucker reduced it, saying that the bond was set too high for a person with no criminal history. Austin Metcalf was stabbed in the chest during a dispute over bleacher seating at a track meet on April 2nd. The crime has made national news, and the topic has become a racially tense subject. Collin County investigators told us court and staff concerned and citizens reported that people are posting the judge's address on social media. Collin County is working with the FBI to monitor any concerning rhetoric or propaganda that
concerning rhetoric. The kid is dead.
Hey, can the FBI release the Epstein files?
You know, this case, though, like, it's starting to, this is one of these cases that you just know it's just a poison pill for culture, because, like, yeah, look, there's a way to look at this from, like, a nuanced point of view and understand that what this kid did is fucking horrible and that he should never see the light of day again. Problem is that, like, people won't let this case play out. So you just have one side that is like, that hates white people and are pro-black, and they're like, this kid didn't do nothing wrong. That white kid was being racist. He was part of the KKK. Like, anything they can do to justify it. But then there's the other side that just want to see a black kid get hung. And you're like, let's all calm down. Let's let this play out. Let's not be mad until we get to an OJ point. You know, like, okay, if this kid gets, like, one black juror that just says, oh, I didn't see nothing, okay, then we can have another George Floyd summer. But can we wait until this case plays out? Like, everybody is already so angry, and there hasn't been a fucking verdict yet. You know, I just feel like everybody's already getting their torches and pitchforks on both sides. And it's like, let's breathe. Let's let this play out first.
$5 from They Can't Starve You. I came for Virgie's retarded laugh, and I'm staying for the Field of Fleshlights. I haven't been able to super chat for a week now. Really? That sucks for us. Probably more than for you. But you know what doesn't suck? If you want to help us out, go to revengeofthesis.locals.com or patreon.com/ We're Not Sorry. Either or, you don't need to sign up for both. But just for $7, you could if you want to. But for $7 a month, you are going to get tomorrow's show, every Wednesday show, half of Friday's shows. You have to go there right now. $7 a month to get tomorrow's show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We do Love on the Spectrum stuff, which we've been cutting clips of now because it's been so much fun. So, guys, if you could do us a favor and sign up, $7 a month. It's how we keep doing it. It's just down below. Look at the video on YouTube or on Rumble and just sign up for $7 a month. Also, ROTCstore.com to get swagged out with all of our swag. We'll be right back. Stay where you are.
Support for Pawnee Community Radio comes from listeners like you. and from the new film The Shadows of Seven Heads, the dramatic tale of an Israeli soldier who falls in love with conjoined Palestinian sextuplets. Out soon from Focus Features.
Welcome to Thought. For your thoughts, I'm your host, Derry Merbles, sitting in for Nina Joplin, who is touring the country performing a spoken word opera about pear-shaped women. My guest today is City Councilwoman Leslie Knope.
It is a pleasure to be back, Derry. Your show last week on dolphin lactation was just riveting radio. Derry, my team and I are trying to build a park. And we need input on the design from you, the citizens of Pawnee. So I guess I'm here to send out the bat signal.
A bat signal, for listeners who might not know, refers to the children's character, the Bat Man, a strong gentleman who fights crime nocturnally.
That's correct. Well put.
Coming up after the break, movie reviews with Ken Tucker, who is filling in for David Bianculli, who is in New York filling in for Ken Tucker. Leslie, would you like to introduce the next segment?
Okay. Now it's time for Jazz plus Jazz equals Jazz. Today we have a recording of Benny Goodman, played over a separate recording of Miles Davis.
Research shows that our listeners love jazz.
Second hour ROTC. Thank you for staying with us. We do appreciate it. If you signed up for Locals or Patreon to not miss tomorrow's show, boy, do we appreciate you even more. That's why we show up every day, guys, and we appreciate you here. Also, you'll see us every day this week. However, Thursday, we will not be doing our normal show. Thursday evening, we will be on Elijah Schaefer's show. So if you want to watch us, that's where we'll be. Friday, we're going to have a normal show. Well, not normal show, but we will be having a show. Time might change a little bit Friday, but there will be one. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And, of course, don't miss anything by becoming a Locals or Patreon member. Man, you know, you get into the podcasting, it's going to be a bunch of jokes, but you don't realize a lot of it's like live reads and plugging. And you're like, it's like work. But you got to do it, you know? You got to do it. And I'm going to release a book. It's going to be called Podcasting, The Craft. And you're muted, Mersh.
I shouldn't.
Okay,
I shouldn't.
Hold on. Talk again?
Hi.
You're good now.
Okay, I was like,
that was
confused. Nobody's responding to me, but I looked at my board. I'm
my Zoom mute. I don't know why my Zoom muted you. I just fixed it. But you're good now.
There you go.
Sorry.
Wasn't my fault.
No, it was your fault. Right. Where were we? Yes. Okay. Hey, real quick. Okay. Hey, Virgie, can you do me a favor? Can you tell me how much an F-18 cost in our tax dollars?
Oh, yeah, I got you, dog.
Thank you.
I know it's in the billions.
Yeah. Can you just tell me how much an F-18 costs us?
Okay. So, no, it's not in the billions. Sorry. In the cost of an FA-18EF Super Hornet varies depending on the specific model.
Give or take.
The unit cost of a Super Hornet ranges from $67 million to $73 million.
Cool.
With it approaching $80 million for specialized configurations.
Cool. Oh my God! You got to get the sports trim.
You need the racing stripe. Check it out. Check out our tax money at work.
The other major story this Monday night, the U.S. Navy reporting an F-18 fighter jet plunged off the deck of the USS Harry Truman aircraft carrier and then right into the Red Sea. The jet.
That's fine. Sometimes you forget to strap things down.
Was it the sea's time of the month?
It's not his period. It was a Red Sea.
So is this like one of those lazy people that don't want to pay the delivery fee? They buy a refrigerator and they just hope it balances on the back of their pickup truck?
Hopefully, yeah.
Is that how we're transporting our fucking multi-million-dollar top-tier weaponry?
Reportedly being towed out of the hangar bay when the crew lost control.
It was being towed out and the
$70 million fighter jet sinking into the sea, and tonight the question surrounds.
That actually makes it worse that they were towing it out because, can I add something? Mm-hmm. The operating cost, which means the moment that motherfucker starts up and they start dealing with it, is $15,000 an hour.
An hour?
An hour. $15,000 an hour.
Okay, hold on.
So apparently they were taxiing it out, and the aircraft carrier took a hard turn, and it just slid off the side of the
How
fucking
can you
aircraft.
take a hard turn in an aircraft carrier that go 25 miles per hour?
That's what they said. Some kind of turn or sudden stop. Something happened, and it just slid off the side.
I understand that I have no proof. I have nothing to say this. I cannot in any way say this. But I'm going to say it, and I'm going to be right. How is this a woman's fault? I need to know, because what happened is either the doing the fucking turn or the taxiing or something. How is this a woman's fault? I need to know.
Did you hear about the pilot now? Did you hear about the helicopter pilot in D.C.?
Yep.
Oh, God.
I read the story, and the entire story was like a bunch of errors, and it goes, they told her to turn left. She did not turn left. And
No.
Her, not only the tower was telling her fucking 10 minutes ahead of the collision, and her flight instructor.
Yeah.
She had two people telling her she was going to die.
I don't know how, but this is the woman's fault. It needs to be, because it feels like it.
It's happened. Here's Trevor Ault.
Tonight, the stunning fall from an aircraft carrier, a $70 million fighter jet going overboard in the Red Sea, crew members jumping to safety. The Navy says an F-18 fighter jet was being towed out of a hangar on the USS Truman when the crew lost control. The plane and the towing tractor both tumbling overboard, sinking to the bottom of the sea. One crew member was on the plane, a second on the tractor, both of them escaping at the last moment. One sailor suffering a minor injury.
Officials say it's unclear whether enemy fire played a role or other factors like
Guys, we were getting
enemy fire, but who was firing at us? That would literally start an international war.
Hold on, I'm right. So as you could, so I heard it was a monkey in a go-kart through a banana peel.
It was enemy fire.
One sailor suffering a minor
That jet only had one balloon left.
Injury.
Officials say it's unclear whether enemy fire played a role or other factors
Enemy fire would be an international incident.
Like human error or mechanical malfunction.
Did you hear that second part? The other factors? That was the woman factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to say that part.
I'm telling you, this is a woman's fault. I know it. I feel it in my bones.
Or other factors like
it's starting to get to the how it's a black guy who did it when they won't show the mugshot.
Mm-hmm.
In aviation, it's a woman's fault when they won't tell you who the pilot was.
Human error or mechanical malfunction.
The Truman has been protecting commercial shipping in the Red Sea from ongoing attacks by Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen, the carrier coming under fire several times. A U.S. official tells ABC News initial reports suggest a sudden movement of the carrier because of Houthi fire might have contributed to the crew losing control of the F-18.
They're lying. This feels like bullshit.
But those reports remain unconfirmed.
Because they're lies.
Earlier this year, the Truman collided with another ship. The commanding officer.
Are you fucking with me right now? That's a woman. That's like that curbing your rim. That's a woman.
Yeah, there's no way that was. Yeah. This feels very womanly.
But those reports remain unconfirmed. Earlier this year, the Truman collided with another ship. The commanding officer was then fired. And back in.
The commanding officer was fired. What was her name?
Oh, her name was Samira McBride. I just looked it up.
Oh, really? Was it? It was so sorry. What was? So it was a woman for this part one at least.
Yeah, this part. Yeah. Now the current commanding officer is Dave Snowden. Good name in American history.
In 2022, this video from a naval investigation.
I hate this. I've been when you're trying to land a plane in Top Gun. Also, I am going to completely ignore that it's running on Vista.
Oh, no. Sorry, I misread this. The captain is Dave Snowden. The command master chief is still Samira McBride.
Currently,
this is a woman's fault.
Because of the plane.
Currently,
yes.
Currently, this is a woman's fault.
Yes, I fucking called it.
Hell yeah, you wear that hat, Royce.
I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Sorry.
Investigation shows the moment an F-35 crashed upon landing on the USS Carl Vinson, a fireball erupting, the jet sliding off the carrier and into the South China Sea.
David, this is
the Spanish for the South China, yes.
Decommissioned USS Intrepid. The Truman is a far larger aircraft carrier, and officials say the chances of recovering that $70 million fighter jet are quite low, as that is an active conflict area.
Yeah, no, now it's going to be a coral reef. A $70 million American tax funded.
But that's great because we honestly, some of the, these sea creatures are losing their habitats. We're helping. Maybe if we give the whales an F-15, then they can fight for themselves.
That's right. You got to nuke something.
Yeah, now the dolphins have jet fighters.
Sounds like an episode of Sequest.
You can't get caught in a tuna net if you're in an F-16.
Aquaman just became a viable superhero.
Yeah, Aquaman is now literally dangerous because he can control fucking F-18 piloting dolphins.
Sharks flying an F-16 sounds terrifying.
They have to fill the cabin up with water.
Yeah.
It's just a
Honestly, I think Aquaman could literally control any animal. He's just never tried because he can control fish, but also dolphins. Dolphins are mammals, so why not just control people? Do you think he's ever tried?
New at 11, a violent attack on a trans woman. The disturbing crime happening.
What did the trans woman do? It does not look like it was out of nowhere. What happened?
Right in front of her business in the Westlake district, and it was all caught on camera.
Her business?
Good evening, I'm Jory Rand. Tonight, the victim telling us her attacker has threatened.
Who do they think they are owning
Eyewitness News reporter Amy Powell joins us live with more of that video and what has happened since. Amy.
Jory, we're talking about someone who has owned a small business in the community for more than 25 years.
Was it a dude first and now it's a chick?
She told me she knows most of the people in the area, but she does not know the man responsible for a series of recent ugly and violent attacks.
I can't wait to see her. She's going to be beautiful, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
Screams of terror coming from a small store. Moments later, a fight between the owner and a man who attacked her, spilling outdoors.
This must be that white supremacy everyone keeps talking about.
Yeah, it very much appears it to be that way.
And then they said this is MAGA country.
Onto a walkway. The struggle captured on security video.
Did you see the wig fall off and it's a bald guy? Did you see?
Oh.
When the wig falls off, look at the bald spot.
Oh, wow.
Here, huh?
Looking good.
On security video.
And we fired in this little part over here. And this is the door. He break it. He was beating.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Nice. Nice, Raul. I'm sorry. What's your name now?
Gorgeous.
What a
Jesus, fight. Looks like Walter Mercado.
Yeah, what a handsome woman.
Sexy Latina mommy.
Mm-hmm. Sabrina de la Pena says the trouble.
More like penis. That was my joke.
Trouble started a day earlier, the night of April 8th, when the same man came in and bought water from her small convenience store in the Westlake district. She says he attempted to flirt, but became.
He attempted to flirt. Did you hear that sentence? So she's alleging that this black guy went in there and started flirting with her?
And bought water from her small convenience store in the Westlake district. She says he attempted to flirt, but became angry when she told him to leave, knocking her to the ground.
So he was saying to me, like, bro, you're so fucking sexy. And I was like, I'm not that kind of woman. That's not what happened.
No.
No one believes you. I don't believe you.
This dude turns himself in just so he can say that that was a fucking lie.
Yeah, he's like,
whoa. I want to clear. I'll eat the felony, but I want to make this clear.
I was trying to rob her. I want to be clear. I was robbing her.
And he pushed me like that.
He pushed me.
He pushed me like that.
He pushed you down?
Down in the floor. And we start fighting in the floor.
The man finally ran away but returned the next day with another man and started beating her with a skateboard.
And he beating me, and I got a skateboard and I go over. He left.
De La Pena believes the man attacked her because she is transgender.
No, you said he walked in there and started flirting with you. Clearly knew you were not a woman at birth, YouTube.
Yeah, you're trying. I know.
And he knew that. So
Royce
then
is trying.
I think he hate that.
She's not even trying that hard.
Transgender woman.
Why? He was hitting on you earlier, you said, because you were such a baddie.
Oh, you're such a baddie. Certified
baddie, Papa.
Because he told me many times, training, and he told me many times, I'm gonna kill you.
She says the man returned to her store 2 more times, most recently just over a week ago.
Dentures.
In
It's
that
so
instance,
weird.
2 other men are captured on camera with him. De La Pena filed a police report. She has been in business in the community for nearly 30 years.
There's something else going on with this story because more people are coming. I don't know, man. Something feels weird about this. I mean, besides the obvious balloon tits over here, something else.
I gotta now.
You know what it is?
Be careful. Rock that tightrope.
No, you know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
This one is the one doing the hitting on, and she done been pissing off black guys in the fucking.
That sounds more like it.
That's one way of saying it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's. See, it may not necessarily be just that. Like, it may not even be like she's hitting on them. But again, I'm trying to find a gentle way to say this. Trans people.
There it is.
Tend to get into shenanigans.
I like that. Shenanigans is a great way to say it.
Especially when the sun is set and it's nighttime and it's like, the freaks are out at night, certain parts of town.
Mm-hmm.
Trans people tend to get into all various sorts of shenanigans that lead to robberies, that lead to beatings, that lead to bad things happening on the streets. Just saying. I think I did that, right?
Beta in the YouTube chat called her Sally Jesse Manuel.
Sally Jesse Michelangelo.
That's not very cowboy.
Sally Jesse Michelangelo's David.
Sally Jesse Ferrigno.
She looks like Michelangelo the Ninja Turtle, dude.
Mm-hmm. Radical, dude.
That's not very cowabunga of you. Not very cowabunga of you at all.
Dude, she looks like Bebop and Rocksteady.
Uh-huh. And Toka and Racer, too, both from the movie.
She's all of them.
And she says this is the first time she has felt unsafe.
You know how you feel when you think
You know how you feel when you got a penis and it's... No, I don't. I know.
people didn't want you, didn't love you because you are so different.
And so sexy. And I like turn them on every time they walk in and they're like, you so sexy. You look like Celia Cruz. What a handsome woman.
Mm-hmm. We don't do nothing wrong.
I did
You don't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So we are different.
Leave Sophia Vulgara alone.
Just our life.
De La Pena used to keep her business open until midnight, but she says because of these frightening incidents, she's closing her doors no later than 9 o'clock.
I don't care. Sounds like a problem for your people over there, not me.
Yeah, seriously.
Stop hitting on these people. Okay, here is we mentioned it a little bit, but I have remember that story we talked about? I might have been off air a little bit, on air a little bit, about the Disney and the hacking of the menus.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do remember this.
Check this.
The former Disney employee who hacked into the company's computers is now headed to prison for 3 years. Michael Schuler used used to create and publish menus for Disney theme park restaurants. After being fired in June for misconduct, court documents say he then hacked into the park's computers several times, changing menu prices and adding profanity. He pleaded guilty in January. Besides his prison sentence, he was ordered to pay almost $700,000.
They're leaving out the most important part of the story and why he got 3 years. It wasn't just the hacking of the menus. It wasn't the sworn employees.
It had to be more, yeah.
He was changing the things on the menus that had allergy things on it for people that had allergies.
Oh, that's right. You said that
Yes.
to like stuff
Yep.
that. Okay, yeah, that's.
And he was changing things that had peanuts in it and not writing and like deleting, taking it out of the allergy warnings on the menu.
Yeah, it's not like you replace the food items with like a picture of a stick figure with boobs or something where you could be like, okay, that's silly.
Oh no, he did that. He put swastikas hidden and
did.
like that kind of stuff. But
That's
he
funny.
also tried to kill people.
Yeah, the almost killing people part I can understand. You're gonna have to get in trouble.
That was their biggest issue. Imperium says, I don't know if anyone mentioned it yet, but I love the Mr. White thumbnail. Oh, the Eddie Murphy one? Yeah, I have the Eddie Murphy and white face as the thumbnail today, and I just titled the episode DEI. All right. Okay, here we go.
Mother of two died when a medical procedure turned deadly, and prosecutors say the man who performed it is not a doctor.
Okay, I don't know what this is yet, but can we guess at the medical procedure? I'm going to go fake butt. I'm going to go BBL. I'm going BBL.
I'm gonna go that or the lips thing that they could do the face fillers.
You think that got somebody killed though?
I mean, your face is closer to your brain than your butt.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
not for some people.
Details revealed in court as he faces manslaughter charges and the reason he's considered a flight risk. Welcome back. I'm Jessica Moore.
And I'm Christine Johnson. That Queens man pleaded not guilty. He was arraigned today after police say he performed a cosmetic procedure without a license in his home.
And
In his home, okay.
prosecutors say he told police he's
Okay, but she went and did a medical procedure in somebody's house. Like, I mean, look, I'm not saying that like maybe the guy, whatever, isn't a doctor and shouldn't be doing it, but also there's no like she's no responsibility for going to somebody's house to get a medical procedure done.
performed hundreds of procedures. Alice Gaynor has the story.
Oh, so he was good at it. Only one person died. Seems like this guy's not a bad doctor. Regular doctors have people die more.
An attorney for 37-year-old Felipe Hoyos Ferranda entered a not guilty plea on his behalf to charges of manslaughter, assault, and unauthorized practice of a profession as the devastated family of Maria Penaloza looked on. The 31-year-old mother of two went to Hoyos Ferranda's Astoria home last month to have butt implants removed.
Butt implants.
Hell
removed.
yeah.
Wait, but they
You
were
got it.
but
Royce called
removed.
it.
But I said, but they said put them in, but they're removed. They were getting removed.
Oh.
He said removed.
Oh, so he just hacked at her ass with like a kitchen knife.
Prosecutors told the judge.
Okay, bigger thing here, and it's really sad that she died, obviously, because she has kids. But I want to point something out that's really is sad. She's 31 years old, dude, and she's not just getting butt implants put in, she's getting them taken out already. So how early did she get them put in? And she already got the fake boobs, and she already got the face fucked up, and she's got the lip things, and she's got the cheek things. You're 31. Like, relax.
Ladies, if you take really good care of yourselves your whole life, you won't need to do this shit till you're like in your 50s.
Yeah, what are you doing?
And even if you don't take great care of yourself, your 40s.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with tweaking up the eyes a little bit, tucking one or two things back when you get older, you know what I mean? But you can only do so much of it.
Right.
You know what I look at? I look at plastic surgery the way video games usually treat cyberware.
Uh-huh.
Like when you play a cyberpunk type game, like whether it's Shadowrun or Cyberpunk 2077, you can only install so much cyberware. Like there's a cap, you know what I mean? And the problem is if you're playing one of these cyberpunk games, right? You don't want to buy your cyberware at level 7. You want to wait till you're a high level and then start getting cyberware because you get the better shit and you can install it later in game. You get the good shit later on when you need the boost. But it doesn't make any sense now when you're 20 to get a fake butt. You're just going to stretch all your shit out.
I don't get it.
last month to have butt implants removed. Prosecutors told the judge, according to a videotaped statement,
The defendant stated in sum and substance, I put her on an IV, I injected her with lidocaine and saline, I showed the paramedics, I'm not a licensed doctor here.
Further telling police
here, so he might be a doctor somewhere else, probably some other country.
She started slurring her speech and stopped speaking.
Okay, so there were upsides to this surgery.
She had low pressure and a low pulse. I administered CPR.
They say Hoyos Ferranda bolted for the airport to try and leave the country.
Port Authority police officers were able to apprehend this defendant on the Starbucks line at Terminal 5 in JFK
So he decided to go to Starbucks first?
Airport.
Penaloza went into cardiac arrest and died 14 days later.
14 days later.
In court, prosecutors said the business was word of mouth.
Her friends told her that to go to him because he was a good doctor. So she didn't realize he wasn't.
No, he is a doctor, though, because he said not a doctor here. So here's what's actually happening. This story is, look, this story is being presented in a weird way, okay? They're making it seem like there's some guy on the street that was watching YouTube videos. What's actually happening is this guy probably is a plastic surgeon in his country, right? He's just not a doctor here, you know, because we have different, obviously, qualifications to be called a doctor here. So that's actually what's happening. What's actually happening is, and this happens a lot, this isn't the first one, that's why it's word of mouth. They come from other countries and they do these things at their house on the side and all this stuff, and technically, they are doctors, not in America, they're not, and they make money because they're cheaper than, you know, it would cost to use a licensed doctor. So, also, all these women that are going to these guys, they know that they're not stupid, they're aware, and that's the thing that bugs me. They know why it's cheap, you know?
A doctor? Yeah, no.
What was it like to be in court today and to see him?
I bet you didn't even speak English.
¿Cómo se sintió estar en corte y viéndolo? Mal. Bad. Eso para mí es un asesino. She feels like he's a murderer.
Family wants justice and says life will never be the same.
I'm not trying to defend this dude. Obviously, like, he fucking tried to run. He's a piece of shit. But also, I mean, I'm just bringing up the other side of this. It's like, kind of feel like you knew this, though, right?
Yeah, they took a stupid risk.
Yeah, exactly.
She brought the family together.
If there's any other victims of his illegal activity for holding himself out to be a surgeon, to please come forward.
Prosecutors say Hoyos Ferranda is a textbook flight risk. He was remanded. The next court date is June 3rd. Outside of Queens Criminal Court, Alice Gaynor, CBS News, New York.
Yeah, man, I mean... Ladies, you're fucking killing yourselves over something we don't, as men, do not give a fuck about.
We are not. Yeah, we don't give a shit, bro.
We don't care, dude.
Put a man on the moon, but they can't make a mechanical fish that floats.
It's a smorgasbord for Jaws fans, but more to the point, it's a really good, clever, intelligent play.
Let's see. What is it about?
The play is called The Shark is Broken, a feast for fans of the film that's about to celebrate its 50th anniversary. We're talking about Jaws. It's an inside look at the relationship between the three main actors during production.
It's a Broadway play about the making of Jaws. If you need the most
Oh my
pretentious
God.
things in the world, that's what this is.
Richard Dreyfuss, Roy Scheider, and Robert Shaw. They spent hours out on the open water while film crews tried fixing the mechanical shark. As WBZ's Chris Tanaka shows us, the play, co-written by Shaw's son, puts the spotlight
Oh, the son is the same thing as the father. They're exactly the same piece. Shut up.
on what happened when the cameras weren't rolling.
It feels very, very good to bring it here.
After directing the Broadway production of The Shark is Broken, Guy Masterson can't wait to
That's Dick Masterson's grandfather.
debut the play at North Shore Music Theater in Beverly with one of the original producers at his side.
It's a brilliant thing for Bill Haney because he's also a Martha's Vineyard resident.
Wow. But Martha's Vineyard. Ooh, Martha's Vineyard. You people are so full of yourselves. You're all fucking garbage. No one wants to see your stupid play about Jaws. I barely like Jaws. Jaws sucks. Have you rewatched Jaws recently? It sucks. Jaws
It's pretty
fucking
boring.
sucks. Yeah, there's like one good speech.
Start it here in North Shore, this beautiful place, round stage.
During rehearsal, Jonathan Randall Silver, Josh Tyson, and Timothy W. Hull
Have nothing better to do.
Find their characters, Richard Dreyfuss, Roy Scheider, and Robert Shaw, all trapped on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
I think we underestimated the power of the sea.
Yes, lads, we have angered Neptune.
I think you mean Poseidon.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This play fucking sucks.
Pessy, you don't even like classic movies or movies. This shouldn't even bug you even a little bit.
Yeah, this isn't even your wheelhouse.
Yeah, this isn't even your wheelhouse. He doesn't even do a bad impression.
So I saw that Jaws play, and like it was like really witty for the first act, and then the second and third act, the actors apparently just got bored on the boat and were giving three-way hand jobs to each other.
Okay.
It was weird.
What did they teach you in school? They're the same bloody god.
The lads were getting rather frustrated and desperate, and the three very different guys in a very, very small environment.
So, like, your whole personality is that your dad was in Jaws? Like...
Yeah.
Makes for good comedy.
The title character has had a cardiac infarction.
It's not even comedy, let alone
I would
comedy.
rather deport.
I want to go to this.
I would rather fuck you.
Let's go.
Fuck off.
Front row seats.
No.
I want the meet and greet package.
I'm gonna do the meet and beat package.
Just kick the shit out of you.
Yeah. Sitting front row, and we're the only ones there. We would be the only ones sitting in this community theater in Martha's Vineyard as these self-important retards. Oh shit. I'm in a Broadway play of Jaws. Oh, so like of the movie Jaws? No. About the making of the movie Jaws.
This is one of those things I'd get kicked out of because I would go there and deliberately laugh too hard at everything.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be in Broadway. We really should go buy some ticks, boys. Let's take a little vacay up to the Big Apple. I call it the Big Apple. And then we go watch what is this called? I don't know what it's called. The
Shark Tank?
Shark is broken.
Shark Tank.
I call it the Big Apple because it's rotten and there's worms in it.
When does Kevin O'Leary come out?
Oh, shit.
Bruce is dead.
Bruce, the mechanical shark, never quite worked the way the film crew wanted
That's
it
what they were going to call the movie originally, was Bruce.
to.
So they take the shark out of the box, they hook it up to the rig, they take it underwater, they pull it back up, and the thing's got a dent in its chin.
Portraying the real people who starred in the first ever summer blockbuster is a
We
welcome
know,
challenge.
You've repeated yourself 5 times.
There's not a lot in this story, Pessy, so what they're doing is called stretching to try to fill the 4-minute mark on CBS
This
News
plays
Boston.
about
But I'm happy that we did bully CBS Boston to finally fix their audio levels. They were one of the biggest culprits.
This play is about the making of Jaws. You know, the time when the actors were stuck on a boat. The 3 actors that were in Jaws that were on a boat, stuck, arguing during Jaws making.
Bruce.
Years of interviews and footage of them as, either in that time, in 1974 or, after. It helps so much in creating the character.
I think there are certain cadences you have to hit and kind of sound.
By creating the character, it's pretending to be being what you'll never be, an actor better than you. Like, I don't know. Right?
Like it, but ultimately, like any character, you're bringing
you know
yourself.
what, guys? I'm on their side here that you do have to really be careful and take care portraying these people because it's hard in 2025 to do a Richard Dreyfuss impersonation and not be called anti-Semitic.
That's a good point. That's fair. That's a good point.
It's like trying to do an accurate Chuck Schumer.
You can't. You're fucked every time. There's nothing you can do. All right, let's move on to something more fun.
A developing story out of Flagler County tonight.
Hold on, Mersh.
Oh boy. Yeah, she's died.
She's cute.
I already am nervous whenever you mention Flagler.
Flagler?
Yeah, I know.
A developing story out of Flagler County tonight. A man is arrested after trying to break into someone's house. John Brown joining us live in studio tonight.
Okay, then what's weird about that? That happens all the time. It's Flagler.
So, John, this man had a unique outfit for this attempted burglary.
Yeah, or the lack thereof, right, Marley? So this man put in handcuffs wearing nothing but his birthday suit.
Okay. Again, but that makes sense. That's Flagler.
What's Flagler?
It's a Florida story. What's the problem here?
You're not even legally have to wear clothes in Flagler.
63-year-old Matthew Hunter of Palm Coast. Now, according to the arrest report and this video, a woman saw Hunter outside of her home completely naked, trying to break into the house. The woman called 911 after she heard what appeared to be a knife trying to cut through the lock of her storm door. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office says that they went to conduct a welfare check at this man's house. They found his wife inside with the door locked. His wife says that Hunter was actively drinking and on medication.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Everybody.
that's
okay,
not good.
This is normal Florida stuff. I mean, what's the weird part about this story? And Wimby, it's coming later?
And she also had no idea he had left the house.
What's going on, bro?
Chilling. Just fucking killing
Just hanging.
Fucking killing it, dude. Just know you
Hanging,
dude.
just crushing it, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Hanging and banging, bro.
Dude, I'm a sick pup, bro. I'm a fucking sick pup. I'm out here doing sick pup shit.
Dude, I was like, just, I took off my clothes and I was like, bro, I got a sweet wiener. So I thought I would just go to the neighbors and show them how fucking awesome my wiener
Sweet
is.
my wiener is.
Yeah.
Fucking
Apparently
sweet.
they didn't agree with me. You know,
But it's whatevs.
and everyone's. And apparently it's like, if you're going to build a tree house, you're getting mad at me that I'm going to nap in it? Like, what's the tree? Squirrels live in the tree. You don't kick them out. They're naked. Why me? Why me?
Yeah, it says it's in the word house, tree house.
Yeah, tree house. Exactly.
You don't own the trees, man.
Yeah, you can't evict birds.
I want to talk to you. You're walking around the street naked.
I know. Yeah, it's hot. It's Flagler, dude. It's been pretty warm in the past couple days. This guy needs some fucking chill. It's like 90 degrees outside. Yeah, obviously he's walking around naked. And what do you want?
Give me a break.
I thought this was America.
I thought it was America, man.
Ever since Trump got elected, everybody's such a prude.
Yeah, everyone's so fucking gay now.
The arrest report says there was significant damage to the victim's door. Now, Hunter was arrested on numerous charges, including attempted burglary and exposure of sexual organs. In the studio, I'm John Brown. Marlisa, back over to you.
All right, John, thanks so much. A Sumpter County teacher is facing charges following allegations of child abuse while working at an elementary school.
Man, we jumped from Flagler to Sumpter County. Just all the good quality counties here.
Let's go.
Arnott was a teacher for special needs students between the ages of 3 and 5. Arnott worked at Lake Panisovsky Elementary School. The arrest report states a witness saw Arnott grab a 5-year-old girl.
Witnessed her aligning 5-year-olds by height and knocking them down like bowling pins.
It's like dominoes. She made a Rube Goldberg machine around the classroom using them.
Oh, shit.
She
showed him she was letting him watch Cars, but told him the cars were souls of dead children.
The head and forcefully turn her towards a TV. The witness says Arnott did this several times, causing the girl to cry. Another witness says Arnott wrapped a student in a blanket, restricting movement while she shoved her hand into the.
She made a little special needs burrito. What's the problem here?
Yeah, I don't see the issue.
Child's face. The child was heard screaming and saying, "You're hurting me." The witness says Arnott yelled, "You're going to take a nap." She was released on a $2,000 bond on Friday. From the Fox 35 Mission Control, it was a
Mission Control
double launch day on the Space Coast tonight.
I don't care about that.
I like that we only care about the fucking Jerry Springer
I don't
aspect.
care about the cool stuff. Fuck that.
As soon as we're aspiring to greatness and going to space, y'all don't care about any of that.
Oh, fuck that.
The man accused of robbing Kim Kardashian in court today. The trial is taking place in Paris, where the alleged heist happened. The men are accused of tying up Kardashian and stealing millions of dollars worth of jewelry. This happened during Fashion Week back in 2016. 10 people are now on trial, charged with robbery and kidnapping. 2 have acknowledged their part in the
crime. Ugly Kardashian, you get tied up by 2 French dudes and they don't rape you.
Oh, that's true. Good point. Yeah.
crime. The others denied it. Kardashian is expected to testify in person. This trial could take 3 to 4 weeks.
Will it be televised is what everyone's wondering.
The only thing that matters.
Yeah, we got to get them views up. That's all that matters. All right. Did you see the trailer for this new movie, The Smashing Machine, Mersh?
No.
Okay. Well,
A smashing machine?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You ready? Are you looking at the? I need you to look at the thumbnail and see if to really take it in. And what do you look? What do you think you're looking
Mersh,
at?
who is that? Who's that? Who's this?
Who is that?
Who's this about, Mersh?
Who's
Is
this
that
guy?
Oscar de la Hoya?
Hold on.
No.
Who's the actor?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Jimmy Snuka?
Okay, I'm gonna press play. Ready?
Probably looking at my eyes.
How did that happen?
Well, have you ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC?
That's the bloody thing they're trying to ban.
This guy is the best he has ever seen.
Do you hate each other when you fight?
Who is that, Mersh? Who's that? Who's that actor?
I don't know.
Mersh, take
That's
his hair
The
off.
Rock.
Take this hair off. That's The Rock.
That's The Rock
What?
as Mark
Yes,
Kerr.
yes, that's the fucking Rock, dude. I know.
What?
That's The Rock.
He's playing Mark Kerr. It's a Mark Kerr biopic.
Mm-hmm.
Why Mark Kerr?
I don't know.
Absolutely not. How do you know Mark Kerr?
Oh, we go way back.
I'd rather watch The Rock play Steve Kerr.
But he's a buddy of mine.
Come on, baby. Too much?
Never.
Too much?
No.
What part of Samoa was Kerr from?
Please welcome in his Octagon debut.
Let me look that up.
Royce, to answer your question, he's from the birthplace of the Haka, Toledo, Ohio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember Toledo's got a huge Samoan contingent.
A lot of Polynesians in Toledo, Ohio.
He's appropriating with Toledo culture is what he's doing.
Winning is the best feeling there is. It's 40,000 people. Yeah. And they're cheering you on. There's no other high like it in the world. No contract, no money?
No money.
Do you have any stronger pain medication?
Is that Bass Rutten?
That is Boss Rutten.
Advil.
By the way, Boss Rutten is one of the greatest UFC guys to watch. It just in an interview. He's like a big dumb child. He's just so full of joy and wonderment, and like whenever he's on Rogan, he's always like, "Oh yes, so this one time, this guy he come to me at a bar, right? He go, oh you fake fighter guys, whatever," and I go, oh whatever. So he tell me he want to go to parking lot. So anyway, I have my elbow in his eyeball, and he is screaming in pain very much. Then we had a beer and we got along afterwards. It was great. He's such a weird guy.
Yeah. Don, would you like?
No.
They're handing them out like candy. Let's all get in. Everybody get in. Hey, Don, can you take this picture for us?
Yeah.
What are you thinking at the beginning of the fight?
It's simple. Am I going to hurt him before he hurts me?
Hell yeah, dude. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, baby.
This is gonna suck.
Hey, how old was Kerr in his very first UFC fight? I think it was UFC 3 or 4. How old was he? Can you tell me?
Oof.
Can you look it up, please?
I'm looking it up.
I want to know how old he was in his first fight because The Rock is mid-50s now, right?
Yes. Right now, currently, Mark Kerr is 56.
Hold on. So The Rock, who is the same age as Mark Kerr, is playing a young Mark Kerr?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty funny, dude.
Wait, The Rock's older than Mark Kerr.
Mm-hmm.
And he's playing.
Yes, young Mark Kerr.
I mean...
Okay, so he is playing... hold on a second. He is playing a 29-year-old Mark Kerr.
The Rock is playing a 29-year-old.
If this is about his start, if this is like the later years, Yeah, UFC 14 was the first UFC. He was 29 at the time. It was in 97.
This Grand Prix to crown the greatest fighter in the world. He has come back from the brink. Let's see if he can pull out a victory over Mark Coleman. Have you spoken to either about fighting such a good friend for a life-changing amount of money?
I just need you to let me in.
I feel like the acting is really bad just from what I'm seeing in these clips.
But we're getting a trailer core version of My Way, at least.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So there's good stuff, at least.
Always about you. Only about
You know what the funny thing is, though, is it's like, I understand making movies like this when, like, the person's dead, or if it's like a biopic about a band and some of the members are dead, you know, even if a couple are still alive, you know what I mean? But fucking Mark Kerr is just 56.
Yeah,
and
I know.
He's very much alive, so it's weird.
Somebody in the chat's like, who is this for? I don't know.
Let's fucking go. My big strong man, I love you.
Wow, that looks like fucking hot shit.
Mm-hmm. So it's the wrestler, but less sad and about UFC fighting.
All right,
Can I point something out?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to point out that this is a biopic, you know, starring The Rock, about a guy who retired 15 and 11.
I don't get it.
What
Not
is
really.
this movie? Why?
He retired 15 and 11.
That's not good at fighting, right?
Actually, if we're going to be fair,
I don't know
15,
much.
11, and one draw.
I don't know much about.
Genocide Circus says he beats me in this store.
By the way, Virgie, you don't have to know. You don't have to know shit about UFC or its point system. Okay, 15 and 11 at anything isn't good.
Tom Morello's Mercedes said, "Boys, did you see Chuck Todd got apologetic, trying to say that the media and the DNC don't act as one? That was good for a giggle." I did not. Genocide Circus says, "I'd rather watch a Rock play Nick."
Almost got you.
What? Say it.
Kerr, because there was you talked him, but so it was fine.
His brother Nick. We just watched a biopic about Mark Kerr, and he was simply referencing that Mark Kerr has a relative named Nick.
Mark Kerr's being played by a Nick.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nicholas Kerr.
A half Nick.
A half Nick, yeah. Yeah, but I'm a one-drop Nick rule kind of guy, so... All right, anyway.
Guys, come on.
Let's perk us up a little bit. What do you say?
Ooh, you got perks?
Yeah.
Hi, it's me, Thomas, and today is Jerry Seinfeld's birthday. He is 71, and also today
And he also dated a 17-year-old. Mm-hmm.
Do we finally get the answer here?
What?
Or are we going to have to, like, consistently, like, harass Thomas with this question until he answers
Oh, the
it?
Domino's order?
Yeah,
I need to know what his Domino's order is.
Today is my cousin Elliot's birthday. He's going to get the PS5. He is 13 years old, and I met him in Connecticut. The dad is Michael, my cousin. He's in a band. And also, the answer at my work safely in the Bay Area. Safely. At my work safely. The answer to doing the cobwebs on Tuesdays and Thursdays is still no. I hope in 2027, Kay retires. I'm not going to argue this with you, Kay. I don't want to hear it.
Whoa! Whoa!
2027, Kay retires.
Talk about somebody he works with.
I'm not going to argue this with you, Kay. I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to stand here and argue this with you, Kay.
Listen, I don't know who this K is. Do we need to beat this K person up?
Listen, I'm not going to argue this with you.
Hey, we're on YouTube. We can't talk about beating up K persons.
And yeah. And Kay has no
I
right
just
to
left
man-
Thomas another comment saying,
Good.
thank you, Thomas. I'm still very curious what your favorite order is from Domino's. Could you tell us in a future video?
on me if I miss
It's
the game.
bothering me now.
She has no right at work. And also, what else? Oh, yeah. Tomorrow is Gal Gadot's birthday, and she hangs around 13 ABC, KTNV in the Bay Area. TV station.
She just hangs around there?
She hangs out there. Looks, Gal Gadot needs attention. She's not super beautiful or anything.
She's just hanging around at the local affiliate?
Yeah, hoping somebody notices her.
Could you imagine?
Hoping somebody picks her out. Yeah.
KTNV is a TV station. 13 ABC. And also, what else? Oh, yeah. The whole month, I was watching the reacts of a Goofy movie. 30 years old. 1995 is when it came out.
The Goofy movie came out in 1995. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I was 12 years old. I was born in 84, so I was 12. 1995. And also, oh yeah.
What else?
Mother's Day is on May 11th. Sabrina Carpenter's birthday.
Sabrina Carpenter's birthday.
Are we, hey, Thomas, are you joining the,
I think he is.
Are you joining the Church of Sabrina, my man?
Let's see.
I like her music better than Taylor Swift's.
Yes, let's fucking go, Thomas. We have never on this show said that you are not a man of taste or a man of culture.
Hell yeah.
Now I need to know what your Domino's order is, homie.
Because Thomas has autism.
He sure does, and we love him.
That's why he's the best.
Makes sense.
Yes, he does.
Nothing wrong with that, pal.
And also, oh yeah.
What else?
What else am I gonna say? Oh yeah.
You tell me, man.
Yeah, it's your show, bud.
Oh yeah. Cinco de Mayo is about Brazilian food.
What?
You know what? That is a better Cinco de Mayo. Let's let him have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let's replace Cinco de Mayo with Carnival.
Ever
That sounds
since
so
I
much
went
better.
there in 2017.
By the way, Frozen, I don't have a problem with Sabrina Carpenter. I just wanted to make fun of Mersh for liking her, you idiot.
Yeah, don't. First of all, that's why you just gotta know. I know sell people when they shit on Sabrina Carpenter because nobody can legitimately shit on Sabrina Carpenter.
I mean, I could hold her down and do it physically if I needed to.
I mean, that kind of shitting on her, maybe.
She's tiny.
Ever since I went there in 2017, before Brandon died.
What's Brandon?
Yeah, it was a good place. Brazilian steakhouses on Cinco de Mayo. Because they had the Olympics in Rio.
He went to authentic Fogo de Chao.
Ooh, no, Texas to Brazil, maybe, you think?
Oh, Texas de Brazil. Which is the
Summer
stupidest name for a restaurant.
I know.
Olympics. And also,
and what else?
Am I gonna say? Well, I guess that's about it.
That's it.
So, I guess I better get going. So I gotta go get myself ready to go to work. So, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Man, that was nice time with Thomas.
I love Thomas.
He's the man. Guys, thank you guys for listening.
It's gonna bug me, man, until I know that Domino's order, Tommy boy.
Guys, everyone ask him, please.
I just want to know. I want him to make an
A
entire
video. He should be a video
just
about it.
addressing what he. Because I guarantee you, he'll give us an entire dissertation.
Guys, thank you so
And
much.
what else? I don't like the cheesy bread. I actually like the cheesy bread from Pizza Hut better.
Nightwave?
10 o'clock tonight, Nightwave. Be there or be a gay guy.
Pastor, you're next?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Virgie, you doing a show?
Absolutely. We're talking about Yellow Flash's gay comic and Vito being a pussy.
Okay, well, so normal stuff?
Both are true
Yeah,
things.
it's normal stuff.
All right, guys. Well, I got work to do, so we'll see you tomorrow.
Brap, brap. That's hilarious. Man, fuck these guys. They ain't paying us.